We begin this afternoon with a historic vote on Capitol Hill. The House of Representatives coming together to expel one of their own from his seat, the now former Congressman George Santos. And good afternoon, I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Liz Joan. This is only the sixth time in American history that a member of Congress has been expelled from the chamber. 105 Republicans joined 206 Democrats and voted to remove Santos. All four top GOP leaders, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, voted to keep him in Congress. The criminally indicted Santos survived previous attempts to remove him, but the calls for his removal reached new heights. A damning ethics report that found he used campaign funds for his own personal use.
Congress wasted no time today. Late this afternoon, a Capitol worker replaced the locks to Santos' former office and removed the nameplate on the wall outside. Eyewitness News reporter Chantee Lans has been following the story all week, joined us live in Washington, D.C. with the very latest. Chantee.
David and Liz, I tried speaking with Congressman George Santos, now former Congressman George Santos, asking him specifically if he had anything to say while he was in office to his constituents. Like earlier and all week, he said nothing.
Mr. Santos, you'll react.
Embattled Long Island Congressman George Santos says nothing to me while heading down the Capitol steps after being ousted from office, stripped of his title after a 2/3 majority House vote to expel him from Congress. His staffer speaking briefly after the historic vote.
We're sad for the member. Listen, he was a fantastic, affable, entertaining, engaged member.
Santos's third and final expulsion vote comes after a scathing House Ethics Committee report finding that he broke the law, allegedly using campaign money for personal gain. All three of his Long Island Republican colleagues voted to remove him.
It took us 11 months to find accountability for Representative Santos.
I hope today is a step in the right direction of never having to talk about Santos again.
House Ethics Committee Chair Michael Guest introduced the resolution that expelled George Santos. Do you have any final words to Congressman George Santos today?
You know, I wish Mr. Santos the best of luck. This was never personal between he and I. This was something that I did, again, because of the position that I served in.
Governor Kathy Hochul weighing in from New York.
And he has not done what he has to do for New Yorkers, and I'm glad he's gone because I need people I can work with to fight for New York.
These Long Islanders traveled to Washington, D.C. to watch Santos get expelled.
I was in tears, quite frankly. I was speechless. I just did not know we were going to get there.
As much as this has been a difficult time, this was a day for celebrating. It was a victory for democracy, decency, and integrity.
And the total number of votes, again, 311, 105 Republicans voting to oust Republican Congressman, now former Congressman George Santos. Live on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., Chantee Lans, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Chantee. Well, what happens next could have an impact on the balance of power in Congress. Governor Hochul must now call a special election. In a social media post, she said, "I am prepared to undertake the solemn responsibility of filling the vacancy in New York's 3rd District. The people of Long Island deserve nothing less." Now, that special election must be announced within the next 10 days. It would then be held no more than 80 days after Hochul's announcement. That will not be a primary. Instead, party leaders choose their nominees. And on that front, there are several Democrats who are likely to run, including former Congressman Tom Suozzi, who held the seat before. The candidate who lost to Santos, Robert Zimmerman, is also a possibility, along with State Senator Anna Kaplan. Meanwhile, Nassau County Republican Party has indicated there are about 20 people interested in running, but retired NYPD detective Mike Sapriconi and Nassau County legislator Mazi Pilla appear to be two of the frontrunners. Stay with Eyewitness News both on air and online as we continue to follow the aftermath of the House vote to expel George Santos.